how he's managing the game. His kickoffs were good. Onyala always leading from the front. We had the senior players, Wekesa. We had John Okoth again being superb. And then we can say breakout players who are fantastic also, Samuel Asati and Chris Ojwang. But the good thing is the players support each other and they were working hard for each other, and it was more of like a team effort for us.
What next for Shuja? A break? How many weeks? How many months? And then what plans do you have? Because the World Series is just, I think, 3 months or so away. You'll be back to the grinding again.
Yeah, most definitely a break. We've been out of the country for about 4 weeks now, and before that, we were in camp in Kasarani for another 3 or 4 weeks. So the boys have been away from their families, from their loved ones for quite some time. So it's important for them to reconnect and to bond. Of course, we all know that the local circuit is going on, and there might be some pressure from clubs to use their best players, but I'm looking at a situation whereby the boys can rest for about 2 weeks before they think about, even about the club duties, if they need to go. And we are looking at a situation whereby the guys who played less minutes playing and the guys who are playing consistently, if they can just be rested, it will be good enough for us, because if they, the more they play, the more they get the wears and tears, and you want the boys fresh for preseason. So we're looking at how we can sit out for the next 1 month, sort out some little in-house things in terms of player contracts, in terms of remunerations, so that we can see how we can hit the ground running by end of August or early September.
What targets do you have in the World 7 series? You're back into the series. So, of course, I know you're going to have your own targets. Maybe you can have a plan whereby you get the early points in the early legs and then maybe plan from there.
That's why it's important for us to have a good preseason, to make sure that the players mentally and in terms they're well motivated. If we hit the ground running and get decent results, especially the tournaments in Africa, if you look at Dubai, if you look at Cape Town, if we can hit the ground running and make sure that we are playing in the top 8, it will give us a good impetus in terms of points, and also it will really motivate us once we start going to play out of Africa. So for us, I think our goal is to make sure that we stay in the circuit. We don't want to have the same scenario we had last year, because we know a lot is pegged in this program. So that's our main goal, to make sure that we survive the series, and we want to have a good start so that as the season goes on, we do not have that rush that we have to win tournaments. Just be consistent in terms of how we play tournaments, try and make sure we get to the top 8 in every tournament or get to the top 10 in every tournament. Just pick up those points and make sure that we are consistent throughout the system.
Last but not least, what's your say to the critics who have been putting pressure on these boys?
First of all, I think the boys have shown why they wear those jerseys, and they've proved to everyone that it's not the name at the back that counts, but it's the name on the front, because they have sacrificed a lot to wear those jerseys. Another thing I can say, yes, there's been a few errors here and there, but these are young boys. This is their first season together. Give them some time. Support them. Motivate them.